I get asked all the time why I use the crossed swords as a symbol for PMA and for the football teams that I coach. I came across them in 2004 when I was reading the book called The Traveler's Gift by Andy Andrews. In the book, it discussed that the crossed swords were the symbol for the fighting man. And at that moment, I knew that that's what I wanted the symbol to be for my life and for everyone that I led. Because that is the way of PMA, to be a true and noble warrior. See, the whole premise of PMA is to fight when others quit. Life is just a series of tests and battles and trials that we have to fight and overcome in order to succeed and get what we want out of life. And if we live through the thought conditioners, we can do this, and we can become true and noble warriors, and we can be fighting people. In 2004, I decided, hey, I'm going to use these cross swords as a representation of our football team and what we truly want to become. So I took the cross swords idea to our players, and they bought in fully. They bought in completely. They were all in, and they all decided that they wanted to earn their swords. At that time, we were trying to take our program to the next level. We were right on the cusp of becoming a good program. And that year, because of the cross swords and a lot of hard work, we fought through every adversity we faced, and we attacked every challenge that was in front of us, and we went 10-0 for the first time in 50 years in our school history, and we made the playoffs for the first time in 30 years. And more importantly, we took the next step to becoming a solid and strong program. And what those guys did that year set us up for future success in the years to come. So from that point on, the cross swords became part of our football program. And it became so ingrained into our kids that they would come back and they would show me the brand new ink on their arms or on their backs of the cross swords, there for the rest of their lives, to remind them that they were to be fighting men and that they wanted to live a life of a true and noble warrior. It's funny, one time one of our players came back, proudly showed me the big tattoo on his back that took up the entire back. And I told him how much I really enjoyed the artwork on it. It was beautiful, and there were chinks, and the swords looked worn. And he said, "They're supposed to, Coach. Those chinks in the swords, those are the battles that I've already fought, and those are the battles I've already won. And notice that the tips on my swords are still up, because I'm still fighting for what I want, and I'm still fighting to be a success." That was a moment where I knew the cross swords meant something to these kids and reminded them each and every day of the principles of PMA that they needed to follow in order to be a success. When we use the cross swords, the tips are always up, because that means that we're ready for battle, that we're willing to fight for our goals, that we're going to persist and we're going to conquer. We'll fight until we succeed. That's the way of the warrior, and that's the way of PMA. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.